And just let me know when we're on.
Good morning. May I have your attention, please? If you have not signed in, please do so at this time. And take this opportunity to silence your cell phones. Thank you.
Thank you. This meeting of the Louisiana Tax Commission is hereby called to order. This meeting is being held at the offices of the Louisiana Tax Commission at 1051 North 3rd Street, Suite 225, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The date is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020, and the time is 10:06 a.m. Please call the roll.
Chairman Shahardy.
Here.
Commissioner Wagasback.
Here.
Commissioner Jeffers.
Here.
Commissioner Berger.
Here.
Commissioner Wood.
Here.
5 present and a quorum.
Thank you. There being no old business to take up at this time, we'll consider change orders.
Good morning. Phyllis King on behalf of the Louisiana Tax Commission. Today we have a total of 239 change orders. Staff has reviewed those change orders and requests to approve 234 and place 5 in pending status. Staff requests approval of these change orders.
Mr. Chairman, I'm ready to make a motion.
Please.
I would move that we approve 234 change orders per staff recommendations and place 5 in pending status.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagasback?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shahardy?
Yes. We'll now consider prior pending change orders.
Again, Phyllis King on behalf of the Louisiana Tax Commission. We have a total of 14 prior pending change orders. Staff has reviewed those change orders and requests to approve 9 and keep 5 remaining in pending status. Staff requests approval of prior pending change orders.
We have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we accept staff recommendation as it pertains to the prior pending change orders, approve 9, and place 5 back in pending status.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagasback?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shahardy?
Yes. We'll now consider tax sale cancellations.
And Phyllis King on behalf of the Louisiana Tax Commission. We have a total of 7 tax sale cancellations. We have 1 from Avoyelles Parish. The parcel is duly assessed with assessment number 00220221000A. 1 from Caddo Parish. This was done to correct the tax records. We have 3 from East Baton Rouge Parish. All 3 of those were erroneously sold. The rightful owner did not receive the tax bill. We have 2 from Ouachita Parish. 1, the improvement no longer exists. The building was torn down and removed. And the other, the parcel, was duly assessed with parcel 125731. Staff requests approval of these tax sale cancellations.
We have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the tax sale cancellations as stated and recommended by staff.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagasback?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shahardy?
Yes. Now we'll consider the decision of the appeal of Aaron Schneider versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22171-036. I would move that we uphold the Board of Review, placing the land value at $42,900, the improvement value at $477,900, for a total value for 2020 of $520,800.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagasback?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
I believe I was absent for that.
Okay. Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shahardy?
Yes. All right, thank you. All right, we'll move to the appeal portion of our docket this morning. I'll ask Mr. Loughlin to please come forward to be sworn in as a witness. And our appraiser.
Yeah, swear you both in, done this before, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name.
Patrick Matthew, I do. Arthur Laughlin, I do.
Thank you.
It is the Tax Commission's policy to accept all documents into the record that were timely pre-filed in accordance with the Commission's rules and regulations. This will be done at the conclusion of all hearings on today's docket. Accordingly, there is no need to formally offer or introduce the exhibits into the record during your appeal hearing. However, if you intend to object to the submission of any of the opposing parties' exhibits, you must notify the Commission at the start of your appeal hearing. As a reminder, this is an administrative hearing, and as such, the rules of evidence are relaxed. The Commission is inclined to review and consider all evidence submitted and to accept such evidence into the record. All right, the first item, let's get Ms. Laughlin, why don't you come on up to the microphone?
Yes, sir.
Are there any preliminaries that you want to take care of right now? or-
Yes, sir. There's only one issue. I don't have the agenda in front of me, but it's the one for 1009 St. Philip. That's the only one we need to discuss. The
Okay.
rest are just going to
I mean, are you, and I was told there may be some withdrawals.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Can you, all right, well, I guess, look, let's just go ahead and go through we have to go through one by one. So let's just go through one by one, and you tell me where we are when we
Yes, sir.
do each one, okay? I think it might be the easiest thing
Oh,
to
yeah,
do.
that's perfect. Thank you.
All right, the first item on the appeal agenda is the appeal of Romberos LLC versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-157. Ms. Loughlin, it's a taxpayer appeal, so why don't we let you go ahead and start?
Good morning, Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer. We accept the LTC staff appraiser value.
All right, let the record reflect there's no one present for the assessor's office. However, it's my understanding that the assessor's office does agree with the tax commission staff appraisal. Mr. Matthew, you want to tell us about your appraisal?
Patrick Matthew, Louisiana Tax Commission Appraiser. I personally did an exterior inspection of 622 Pirates Alley, Unit 1. It's a condo in the French Quarter. 3 sales in my report indicate a value of $222,000 with a land value of $13,900 and an improvement value of $208,100.
Any questions? Mr. Jeffers?
Mr. Chairman, I move on docket number 19-22172-157, that the 2020 fair market value be set at the LTC staff appraisal, land $13,900, improvement $208,100, for a total of $222,000.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shahardy?
Yes. All right, the appeal of J. Floyd Jr. versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-166. Ms. Laughlin, go ahead.
Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer. We accept the LTC staff appraiser value.
Thank you. Mr. Matthew?
I personally inspected the property located at 1231 Bourbon Street. It's a condo. I did an exterior inspection. 3 sales indicated a value for the property of $2,250,000 with a land value of $202,100, an improvement value of $2,047,900.
Any questions? We have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move in the matter of docket number 19-22172-166, that we set the fair market value for 2020 at land $202,100, improvements $2,047,900 for a fair market value of $2,250,000.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Dappers?
Yes.
Chairman Hardy?
Yes. All right, take up the appeal of Rose Lynn Marie versus the Owens Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-186. Ms. Laughlin?
Mr. Laughlin, Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer, we accept the LTC staff appraised value.
Thank you. I believe the assessor's office had no position on this one, on their submittal. And I do believe on the previous one, they agreed with the tax commission staff appraised item B on the agenda. Mr. Matthew?
Patrick Matthew, Louisiana Tax Commission appraiser. I did a personal exterior inspection of 1201 Bourbon Street. This is a double. My value came in based on the 3 sales shown at $845,000, with a land value of $106,000 and an improvement value of $739,000.
Any questions? We have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move on docket 19-22172-186 that we set the 2020 value, land $106,000, improvement value $739,000, for a total fair market value of $845,000.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Dappers?
Yes.
Chairman Hardy?
Yes. Appeal of the L Residence Trust versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-187. Ms. Laughlin, please go ahead.
Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer, we accept the LTC staff appraiser value.
Matthew?
Patrick Matthew, Louisiana Tax Commission. Did an inspection of the property at 929 Bienville, Unit A. 3 sales are shown in my report, indicated value of $1,943,000 with a land value of $147,500 and an improvement value of $1,795,500.
Have a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Please.
I move on docket number 19-22172-187 that the 2020 fair market value be set at the LTC staff appraisal, land $127,500, improvement $1,795,500, for a total of $1,943,000.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Dappers?
Yes.
Chairman Hardy?
Yes. All right, next, the appeal of Linda Hoffman versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-188. Ms. Laughlin, go ahead.
Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer, we accept the LTC staff appraiser's value.
Thank you. And the assessor's office is also in agreement with the tax commission staff appraisal value. Mr. Matthew?
Patrick Matthew, Louisiana Tax Commission. Did an inspection of the property at 929 Bienville Street, Unit B. 3 sales indicated $1,693,000 as the market value, with a land value of $115,900 and an improvement value of $1,577,100.
Have a motion?
Yes, sir. On docket 19-22172-188, a motion for the 2020 valuations to set LTC staff appraisal, land $115,900, improvements $1,577,100 for a total of $1,692,000.
Second.
Commissioner Archer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shawardi?
Yes. All right, the next item, the appeal of John Stovall versus the Orange Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-194. Ms. Laughlin,
Yes, we move to withdraw this appeal, sir.
withdraw, which will leave you at the Board of Review value.
That's correct, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, there's nothing we need to do on that one. The appeal of Valentine Carbondale Holdings LLC versus the Orange Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-195. All right, give me 1 second, please.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right, let's go ahead and proceed.
Good morning, Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer. The only way to describe this is my client has had the worst luck with this particular parcel of property. They purchased it in November of 2018 with the intention to renovate the property. They were able to take possession of the property in May of 2019 due to an agreement they had made with the elderly woman who was living in the house. At the same time, they got all the necessary permits and approvals to begin their renovation. They began renovation in June of 2018, and I apologize, June of 2018, and I believe I've sent photos. Do y'all have the photos? of
Yes,
the
we
renovation?
saw them.
The renovation was tied up and was still tied up in litigation to today over by their neighbor who had lodged a complaint with the city and the Butte Parade Commission that my client was causing irreparable damage to a shared wall, and there's a property dispute. So at the time that my client had this place from mid-19 all the way to today, it was just demolished. They've been able to restart some of the renovations now, and it's about 80% complete. This one was kind of a victim of the COVID-19. Had Mr. Matthew had a chance to actually go in the property, this was one we would hope we had gone in, he would have seen that the property was under renovation and that there was that it was kind of stuck, and my clients weren't able to use the building for what it was intended for.
According to what I found, the owner purchased the property in 2017 for $835,000.
That's correct, sir.
Yeah. I saw the photograph. I'm sure the rest of the commission has too seen the photograph, so it's obviously under reconstruction. And I believe you said that it was about 80%?
At currently, it's at
What?
almost 80%.
About 80% completed on the rehab of the property. So is there a particular value that you're looking for, requesting? I mean, because the tough thing on this kind of situation is trying to determine exactly what kind of value to put on it. And I think this is one of them where when you have property like this, it's kind of like you're using the eye of the beholder. In other words, someone walks through and thinks, oh, this is no big deal to finish it, so I'll just go ahead and pay you X to buy it. Somebody else may look at it and walk in there and say, oh my God, this will take forever, I don't know. It may cost 2 or 3 times what I think it's going to cost to finish it, so I'm going to give you a real lowball number.
Right.
I don't think it's there. I mean,
No, sir. My client was hoping for, at least just for the 2020 tax year, the one that
well,
we're
that's,
debating
yeah, that's
right
all
now,
we're talking about.
is maybe a value of more like $550,000 because it was
Talking about 550,000 on,
for total value.
okay.
Because-
that would seem to be,
Because the property was kind of frozen due to litigation, and this would have not probably been an issue had they been able to renovate it completely by now, had they not been stopped by their neighbors.
and that would be about a $200,000 reduction in the value, which, if it's 80% finished as far as reconstruction is concerned, that would seem to be a tall order.
80% of your 835 purchase price, which I know that's not apples to apples, is 668.
Yeah.
I
It's
was
80
looking at a number of looking at the border review value and strictly on the improvements, and looking at maybe a 10 or a 15% reduction on that. With a 10% reduction, it would lower the improvements, if my arithmetic is correct, lower the improvements from 575,200 to 517,680, which would be an overall value, again, if my math is correct, of 693,980, which is about, roughly $60,000 lower than what the Board of Review has.
That would be acceptable. I conferred with Mr. Matthew, the appraisal, because I was also at a loss too. We didn't understand. This is a unique situation where they were just kind of frozen due to litigation. Honestly, I think this would not even have been an appeal had they been able to complete their project within the time frame.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's hear what Mr. Matthew has to say, and maybe that'll give us some guidance.
Thank you. Patrick Matthew, Louisiana Tax Commission appraiser. I did an exterior inspection of the property of 1009 St. Philip Street in New Orleans. It's a single-family residence with 1,498 square feet. I classified the property from my exterior inspection in average condition, and the three sales in my report indicated a value of $832,000. With a land value of $176,300 and an improvement value of $655,700.
All right.
Any questions about?
You were not able to do an interior inspection?
No, it was not. No, sir.
Okay.
I classified in average condition. If I would have seen those types of issues that I see in the picture, typically we'll bump it down maybe to fair, but we don't normally do that without one having some current pictures, but I didn't have time with this
Sure.
appraisal as well as, or being able to physically see it myself.
I understand.
There would possibly be a downward adjustment to this if I was seeing that.
Okay. All right.
10 to 15% seems accurate.
All right. Thank you. I would, I'd like to what the commissioners want to do, but I would be comfortable with lowering the improvement value by 10% to account for the renovations the way they are now, and to meaning the difference would be when the renovations are completed.
I'm prepared to make a
It would
motion.
change.
And I believe my client would be happy. She's just wants a little good luck on this
Okay.
property.
All right. Yeah, like I said, the numbers I was citing before would lower the value from what the Board of Review has by about $60,000. Do you want me to make the motion, or would somebody else like to do that?
I can make it if you,
Sure.
if you need to. Respect to docket number 19-22172-195, based on the testimony given concerning the inside conditions. I will set the land value at $176,300. The improvement value is $517,680, for a total of $693,980.
Second?
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagensback?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shaw.
Yes. Just give me a moment. All right, the appeal of Serta Living Trust dated May 25th, 2006 versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-221, docket number 19-22172-197. Give me a moment. All right, go ahead.
Arthur Laughlin, on behalf of the taxpayer, we accept the LTC appraised value.
All right, and the assessor's office also indicated that they accepted the LTC stamp value also. Mr. Matthew?
Yes, sir. Person inspected the property at 1225 Bourbon Street, Unit H. This is a condo in the French Quarter. 3 sales indicated, a market value of $312,000, the land value of $30,600, an improvement value of $281,400.
Any questions? Have a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I move on docket number 19-22172-197 that the 2020 fair market value be set at the LTC staff appraisal, land at $30,600, improvement $281,400, a total of $312,000.
Second.
Commissioner Archer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagensback?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Shawardy?
Yes. All right. The appeal of Lewis Arcement versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-203.
That's a withdrawal, sir.
Withdraw that one? Okay. I'll get my pages to turn, we can move on. All right, the appeal of Alan Santos versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-206.
That's also a withdrawal, sir.
Withdrawn, okay, give me one moment. The appeal of Y&M Investments LLC versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-211.
Chairman, just a quick question. That's most likely going to be a withdrawal. We just had Patrick Mayhew had corrected the square footage.
Okay.
So can we just use his appraisal, I guess, to correct that with the assessor's office? Would that be best practice, do you believe, for us?
Well, I mean, did you change your
Which one is this?
Y&M Investments?
That was the 2A unit on Decatur Street where you noticed all the 2As were smaller and
It appears though with the square footage being smaller, that the appraised value is still greater.
That's
Board
true.
review number.
Oh, no, I just wanted, my only question is that technicality, because if, that'll save my clients some money in the future if the assessor's office has the correct size.
Well, you have to deal with the assessor's office.
That's fine, in that case, we'll just withdraw that.
Withdrawal, okay, so Y&M Investment is a withdrawal?
That's correct.
And in the case of that one, just for the size, there are some instances that the assessor's office on condos, they typically get it from the
Condo docs.
condo docs that they didn't have for this one. So basically, on this instance, there were 6 condos in the building. They just took the total square footage and divided by 6, where my actual square footage came from MLS and used that as my size instead of that. Because me and actually the assessor's office represents.
The condo documents are usually filed on the public record. I don't know why they couldn't find it.
And I spoke with Russell at the assessor's office, and he's the one that, he told me, because I noticed that they were all exactly the same size, and there was discrepancy, and was told that they didn't have the condo docs, and that's how that, and he actually accepted that when I spoke to him. I told him what I was doing, I figured he'd be here to discuss it.
All right, so that'll leave the value at the Board of Review value, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
$346,500. And again, you'd have to deal with the assessor's office to have them get those square footages correct. But it should be in the condo docs. I don't know why they can't. But again, unless it's misfiled or something.
Yeah, I get it, because he told me on many buildings where they're all the same that they didn't have the doc. And then at the time when I spoke to him, he was trying to look it up, he was gonna try to look again, and they were working remotely and could not access anything
Yeah.
online, so
Okay.
that was where I was.
All right. All right. All right, the next appeal, the appeal of Howard Ellens versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-215. Give me one moment.
Yes, sir.
right, go ahead, Mr. Laughlin.
Good morning, Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer. We accept the LTC staff appraiser value.
Thank you. Mr. Matthew?
Yeah, I personally did an inspection, exterior inspection of the property at 716 Governor Nichols Street, Unit E. 3 sales in my report indicated value for the condo at $665,000 with a land value of $93,100 and an improvement value of $571,900.
Any questions? We have a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Please.
I move on docket number 19-22172-215. At the 2020 fair market value be set at LTC staff appraisal, land at $93,100, improvement $571,900, for a total of $665,000.
Thank you.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Hardy?
Yes. All right, next appeal, Rafael Lopez versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-217. The assessor's office is in agreement with the tax commission staff value. Ms. Laughlin?
We are also in agreement, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Matthew?
Person inspected the property at 730 Ursulines Avenue. 3 sales in my report, indicated value of $352,000 with a land value of $78,100 and an improvement value of $273,900.
We have a motion?
I would move in the matter of docket number 1922172-217 that the 2020 fair market value be set, land $78,100, improvements $273,900 for a total fair market value of $352,000.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Hardy?
Yes. All right, the next appeal, the appeal of Julie Swolyansky, am I saying that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Living Trust versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-222. Laughlin, go ahead.
Mr. Arthur Laughlin on behalf of the taxpayer, we accept the LTC value.
And the assessor's office is also in agreement with the tax commission staff appraisal. Mr. Matthew?
Patrick Matthew, Louisiana Tax Commission. Person did an exterior inspection of 612 Dauphine Street, New Orleans. My value, using the 3 sales shown in the report, indicated $940,000 with a land value of $130,700, improvement value of $809,300.
Thank you. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move on docket 19-22172-222 that we accept the LTC staff appraisal, set the 2020 land value at $130,700, improvement value $809,300, for a total value of $940,000.
Second.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Hardy?
Yes. All right, the appeal of Iberia Tigers LLC versus the Orleans Parish Board of Review, docket number 19-22172-223.
That's also withdrawn, sir.
Okay. All right, I believe we have covered all the items on this morning's docket for appeal, is that correct? Ms. Gay? Okay. Tax Commission hereby accepts all pre-filed documents and oral testimony into the record as Taxpayer Exhibit 1 in Globo, Assessor Exhibit 1 in Globo, and Louisiana Tax Commission Staff Appraiser Exhibit 1 in Globo for each appeal hearing conducted today respectfully. Also want to make certain that we include in the record a copy of the assessor's spreadsheet that he sent us with regard to these appeals today. That'd be part of his record for today. Unless there's another matter to come before the commission at this time, I would accept the motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagstaff?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Jeffers?
Yes.
Chairman Hardy?
Yes.